Well, rough night for the last two National League Cy Young winners. Max Scherzer allowed 5 runs tonight against the Mets. Jake Arrieta gave up 5 runs against the Red Sox. Which performance do you think was worse, Danny?
Well, I'd have to say Jake Arrieta, just for the fact that all the runs that they got off him were in the first inning. He got the first guy out, Xander Bogaerts. He got him out to start the game, but then all of a sudden, whatever happened, next thing you know, it's 5-0. And then it's like you blink and the inning was over, 5-0. So he couldn't find a way to get out of it. He couldn't find a way to put the fire out. And usually he does. Usually he figures it out. Usually somebody makes a great play. But he was kind of all over the place today in that first inning. Second inning was great. He threw 7 pitches. But with Max Scherzer, he gives up the long ball. That's his problem. It's been his problem his whole career. So he gave up a couple bombs. Darno hit a couple bombs early in the game. Next thing you know, he's down. So to me, that's typical of Max Scherzer. He still ended up punching out 7, I think. But Arrieta, he just could not figure out how to get out of that first inning, and finally did. And then he calmed down after that.
Commiss, do you think Jake is pressing because of this, knowing it's a contract year and that all we're talking, are the Cubs going to re-sign him and back up the Brinks truck? Do you see him pressing and kind of going away from what has made him such a successful pitcher over the last several seasons?
Well, I think that has a little bit to do with it. He'll never admit it, and players, we never admit that stuff. But I bet there's something in the back of his mind saying that I have to be better. I have to be like I was 2 years ago to get a ton of money. Well, he doesn't. He just has to be what he did last year. And last year he wasn't great, but he was really good. So he just needs to understand that don't let the contract stuff get in his head, because now what's happening, he's losing his mechanics. And I was listening to you talk earlier about how the hitters are adjusting to him because he's not throwing strikes anymore. He's not throwing strikes because his mechanics are all over the place.
Yeah.
He throws so far across his body. And now the hitters are just saying, I'm just going to wait till you throw something over the plate before I swing. So then they're taking advantage of it.